Hello, how are you? Welcome to biology class. So, what's the chapter now? What's the topic now? That's about the digestion or nutrition in animals. So, in the previous class, we discussed about the human digestive system. Can you remember or can you recall the names of the parts of human digestive system? Okay. So, today we are going to study about the mechanism of digestion or the chemistry behind this digestion or the process of digestion. Okay. So we know that the digestive system starting from the mouth. So the process of digestion is also starting from the mouth itself. So mouth is the location of the first digestive gland. What's the name of the first digestive gland? Yes, that is the salivary gland. Three pairs of salivary gland, they are located in the mouth or exactly in the buccal cavity. So the digestion of food starts from the mouth itself by the action of saliva. Saliva contains the digestive enzyme salivary amylase. The salivary amylase has the capacity to convert the carbohydrate present in the food into simple form of sugar. This is the first chemical action taking place inside in the mouth or in the process starting of digestion. So what is action? The salivary amylase converts carbohydrate to a simple form of sugar called maltose. Maltose is a simple form of sugar. So that is why when we are chewing the food, especially the carbohydrate rich food, rice and others, by keeping inside the mouth for some time, there will be a change in the taste. What is the change in taste? That food converts, or that food taste of the food converts to sugary, somewhat sugary. This is because of the chemical action taking place inside the mouth. So what is the chemical action? That is the conversion of this carbohydrate into simple form of sugar called maltose. So before that, I have to say what are the important nutrients that are needed to be digested. They are the carbohydrates, fats and proteins. These are the three important macronutrients needed to be digested. So the digestion of carbohydrates started already from the mouth itself. Then this partly digested food that is slowly moving towards the stomach through the passage called esophagus. Through the esophagus, it can enter into the stomach. Okay, stomach is a temporary storehouse of food, and while the food is passing through the esophagus, there is no digestion process at all because there is no digestive glands inside in the this esophagus or outside the esophagus. That is why there is no digestion processes taking place inside the esophagus. The food is stored by the stomach. Stomach is a temporary storehouse of food. Then the second location of the digestive gland, that is inside in the stomach. What is the name? The inner lining of the stomach contain gastric gland. Gastric gland can secrete gastric juice, hydrochloric acid plus mucus. So listen my dear students, you have to keep the figure of our digestive system in your mind. While studying this process of digestion, you have to keep the figure of digestive system in your mind. Okay. So this gastric juice contains the enzyme. What are they? Pepsin, renin and mucus. Along with this hydrochloric acid, the gastric juice secretes mucus also. The enzymes, what are the two enzymes present there? Pepsin and renin. The hydrochloric acid, that is acid present inside our stomach, which can make the food acidic, which can kill the germs present in the food, and which can make the food soft. Okay, these are the functions of the acid present in our stomach. And the mucus can protect the inner lining of the stomach from the action of the acid under normal conditions. Under normal conditions, the stomach, inner lining of the stomach or the stomach wall is protected by the mucus secreted by the inner lining of the stomach. Then what are the enzymes present there? Pepsin and renin. Pepsin is a protein digesting enzyme. So the digestion of protein starts from the stomach. Digestion of carbohydrate or starch, that is already started there from the mouth. The digestion of a protein, that is starting from here, from the stomach. By the action of this pepsin, the protein is digested into the simple form. Next is the renin. Renin is usually for the coagulation of milk, and the renin is usually active in infants, those who are consuming milk more. So in babies, the renin is so active, that is, it is for the coagulation of milk or churning of milk. Okay. Then this partly digested food, that is moving towards the small intestine as in small amounts. Okay. Then the initial part of the small intestine receives secretions from two glands outside the alimentary canal. What are they? They are the liver and pancreas. So the starting of the small intestine receives the secretions from liver and pancreas. Liver can secrete bile. Bile juice contain this bile pigments and salts. There is no enzymes present there, only bile pigments and salts. The bile is secreted by the liver and it is stored by a small sac, present inside in the liver, that is called gallbladder. Gallbladder എന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്, എൻ്റെ പേര് കേട്ടോ, പിത്താശയം. So inside in this gallbladder, the bile is temporarily stored. Okay. Then what is the action of this bile? Bile can break the large pieces of fat into smaller particles. So the digestion of fat, that is taking place only or starting from the small intestine only. Before starting, it needed to be broken down into smaller pieces. So what is the function of this bile? It is like that of a knife. ഒരു കത്തിയുടെ ഫംഗ്ഷനാണ്. What is that? Breaking or cutting of large pieces of or large globules of fat into smaller pieces. This is a process called emulsification of fat. This emulsification of fat is the function of bile or bile juice. Next is the pancreas. Pancreas can secrete pancreatic juice. This is also enters into the initial part of the small intestine. Pancreatic juice contain 3 enzymes. Protein digesting trypsin is there. Trypsin for protein digesting. Then lipase for fat digestion. Then amylase for digesting carbohydrate. Okay. So 3 digestive enzymes are there present in the pancreatic juice. What are they? Protein digesting trypsin, then fat digesting lipase, then carbohydrate digesting amylase. So by the action of this pancreatic juice, the digestion process is going on. Then this partly digested food enters into the last part of the small intestine for final digestion. By the action of the intestinal juice, that is the 5th gland, the gland number 5, intestinal glands, which can secrete the juice called intestinal juice or succus entericus. By the action of this intestinal juice, the complete digestion may occurs. The intestinal juice contain proteolytic enzyme for digesting protein, lipolytic enzyme for digesting fat, and amylolytic enzyme for digesting carbohydrate. So by the action of this 3 groups of enzymes, the complete digestion may happen while the food is inside in the small intestine. Okay. So as a result of the digestion, the complete carbohydrate present in the food is converted to glucose. Glucose is a final product of digestion of carbohydrate or starch. Then the complete fat is converted to fatty acid and glycerol. Fatty acid and glycerol is the final product of digestion. Then the complete proteins are converted into amino acids. So amino acids, fatty acids and glycerol and glucose. These are the simple forms of food produced by the digestion of the complex nutrients. Okay, so this is the process of digestion or mechanism of digestion taking place inside the human body. Then the next step is absorption, that we will study in the next class. Okay, thank you.